Well, hey, friends. Hey, I have a friend I want to introduce you to today. His name is Troy. Hey, there's Troy. Hi, Troy. Hi, Milt. Yes, this is Troy, and he is my new friend. Good to have him with us today. So, Troy, I have a question for you. Have you ever been in a room with an animal? Well, depends on what kind of animal you're talking about, Milt. Well, have you ever been in a room with a dog or a cat? Well, sure. Everyone's been in a room with a dog or a cat. Well, that's right. Dog and cats are common. But what about a horse or a cow? Well, I've never been in a room with a horse or a cow, but I've been in a barn. Ah, yes, you've been in a barn with a horse or a cow. That's good. What about a lion, a tiger, or a bear? Have you ever been in the same room as a lion, a tiger, or a bear? Well, no, that's dangerous. But maybe in a zoo. Yes, maybe in a zoo you've been in the same room. What about, Troy, an elephant? Have you ever been in a room with an elephant? I don't know. Well, you don't know. It would seem to me that if you've been in a room with an elephant, you're going to remember it because an elephant is so big you can't miss it. Did you ever hear the phrase, the elephant in the room? Like someone could say, they're telling a story and they say, we all sat sipping our tea quietly, no one wanting to bring up the elephant in the room about Joel's being kicked out of college. So Joel got kicked out of college, but no one wants to talk about it, even though everyone knows it. Yeah, that's the expression, the elephant in the room. It refers to an important topic, a question, or even a controversial issue that is so obvious that everyone knows about, but no one mentions it or wants to discuss it because it might make some people uncomfortable. Like the fact that I'm not a good ventriloquist at this point, and no one wants to talk about it because they might hurt my feelings. Well, me and Troy, yeah, Milt, we know that I'm not a good ventriloquist. So that's out there. Not an elephant in the room conversation there. So an elephant in the room is referencing a serious problem that everyone is aware of, but which they ignore or choose not to talk about. Like here in the United States, the growing budget deficit is the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. So, Troy and I, think that most people would agree that honest, open communication is good and healthy, and yet sometimes we find it difficult to talk with each other about sensitive subjects. So, how can we be honest with each other? Proverbs 16:13 says, kings are pleased when what you say is honest. They value people who speak what is right. Well, not only kings, but I think many of us are pleased when people speak honestly. We value those who speak what is right. And sometimes we don't talk to each other because we don't trust each other and are afraid that what we share may be told to others in a negative way, and we wind up getting hurt. You know, Proverbs 19:1 says, it is better to be poor and to live without blame than to be foolish and to twist words around. So when we take what somebody else tells us and we twist their words and tell other people and make up a lie or twist words, that means we're foolish. And that's not very fair to the people who talk to us, isn't it? You know, we want to be people of integrity, people of honesty. We don't want to be people who are afraid that someone may think that we're going to be telling a lie about them. And we could also be afraid that someone will pass on lies about what we said, and so we may hesitate to speak. Proverbs 12:22 says, the Lord hates those whose lips tell lies, but he is pleased with people who tell the truth. Colossians 3:9 says, don't lie to one another. You have gotten rid of your old way of life and its habits. So as followers of Jesus, we are attempting to live a changed life. A life that is honest, that is sensitive and respectful, even in our conversation. So, the elephant in the room factor. If there's something that no one wants to address, even though everyone knows about it, perhaps we can be the people who can speak honestly, but with respect and sensitivity to those who are there. There are ways that we can have good, honest communication with each other without fear of what people will think about us or what they might pass on or how our words can be twisted. We want to be people of integrity. 2 Corinthians 8:21 says we are trying hard to do what both the Lord and people think is right. You know, it can be hard to be people of integrity at times. Not sure when we should speak up, and not sure how we converse with people at times, but let's do our best and let's try to be honest and sensitive and respectful with each other while being people of integrity. Thanks, Troy. Good to talk with you. And good to talk with you, Milt. Yes, and we will improve our communication skills for sure. But today, we wish you a day that's filled with joy and a day that's filled with peace.